really know how to start this. I just, I've been turning something over in my mind lately. And I want to talk it through. It's about how easy it is to get swallowed by the big stuff, the heavy pressuring problems that just take over your whole head. And when that happens, it feels like everything else sort of fades. The little moments, the stuff that actually makes my day feel like a day, it all sort of just gets washed out. And I've started to wonder why that is, and whether there's a way back. Maybe not a fix or a solution, but just a way of letting those small things matter again. You know what I think it is? We're kind of trained to believe that life is, for some reason, supposed to be about these big milestones and big chapters. And when you're between them, it feels like you're in some sort of waiting room. Like the real stuff hasn't even started yet. And that in itself is a trap. Because most of life is meant to be in the in-between. That's actually living. And if you can't find some sense of okayness inside of that in-between, then you're just waiting all the time. And waiting is exhausting. But here's the hard part. The big problems, they're not just stupid, they're real. And they scream for your attention. And your brain, which is already wired to look for the danger, just latches on and won't let go. Suddenly your world seems to get very small. And it's just you and that problem. And everything else, from the lights to the floor, it all seems irrelevant. Like, how dare I be present and accepting of something so small? I've been living in that space for a little bit too long, and I know how suffocating it feels. And what I've noticed is that the only thing that gently cracks it open, even a little, is something small, something present, something that doesn't ask for your attention right now, but invites it anyway. There's this Japanese idea called Ichigo Ichi. It points to the fact that every moment is a once-in-a-lifetime event, that this exact now, what's happening right now, will never happen again. And when you really let that sink in and really realize what that means, it does something to you. It makes the normal and ordinary feel precious. Not in a sentimental way, but in a real way. The first time I sat with the idea, I felt a quiet grief. Because I realized how many moments I've just thrown away. Not on purpose, but just by not being there for them. By being off somewhere in my head, solving a problem that doesn't even exist yet. And I think that's the whole thing, really. Not forcing yourself to be grateful, not plastering positivity on top of your pain. Just unclenching enough to notice what has been there and what's already there, right? The warmth of a mug, the way the room smells when you walk in it, the feeling of your own breath after you've just ran a mile. These aren't stupid distractions. That is what makes life. There's a line from Rumi, and it goes, "The quieter you become, the more you are able to hear." And I don't think that's about sound necessarily. I think it's about the presence. The subtle texture of being alive is always there, but you can't always feel it when your mind is screaming. So what do? I mean, I'm not here to give a list. I'm just thinking about what actually, made me come back to right now and enjoy these present and smaller things in life. And it's not about big changes. It's about the small, laughable pauses. Like in the morning, the first sip of coffee, I just try to be right there, enjoy the coffee. Nothing more, nothing less. Not thinking about the day, not trying to solve a big math problem or an emotional problem that I've been dealing with. Just the warmth of the mug, the bitterness of the coffee, and enjoying the day outside. And what that does over time is it tells your body that we're not in emergency mode right now, that it is safe to soften yourself right now. And those little pauses, they start to follow you, right? You begin to notice these smaller things without even trying. The certain slant of a light, the way someone's voice sounds because they're happier, It's not that life gets any easier at all. It's that you get a little bit more open to the good that's already been through the difficult. I've also personally let my standards drop. And I mean that in the most freeing way. I used to think a moment had to be extraordinary for it to count. But life is not a highlight reel. Most of it is just okay. And if okay can be enough, if I can let a decent cup of coffee in the morning be comfortable, then why have to stress about these big and aggravating topics? I just simply had to stop overlooking the small things and stop hyperfixating on those big ones. I think I used to believe that peace meant the absence of struggle, like a quiet life with nothing sharp. But I don't know any famous or any popular person that has that, right? I think peace is completely something else now. It's more like the ability to be present with what's actually happening when it's not perfect. To be able to hold your worry in one hand and that small, quiet moment in the other, and not letting one or the other triumph or cancel the other one out. And that's not a switch you can just flip. It's more like a muscle. You build it by coming back to now again and again, not with force, just merely paying attention more. This sounds way too simple, I know. But I honestly think that's the whole secret. That it's supposed to be simple. The little things don't erase the big problems, but they keep you from starving while you face them. They remind you that your life is way bigger than whatever is hurting right now. That there's still something real and gentle happening alongside all the chaos that's happening. And you don't have to wait for the perfect moment to access that. You can do it right now. Not completely, just enough. Enough to notice what's here, enough to let it land. And you don't have to wait for the perfect moment to access that, right? You can be a little bit okay right now. Not completely, but just enough. Enough to notice what is here, what's in front of you, and what's real. Anyway, I do not have a neat ending for this. I'm just working through this, and I'm just finally grasping this idea of noticing little things and enjoying those little things. But if any of this resonated with you, maybe you can just take a look around right now. Find one little thing, even if it's a little bad, maybe it's a little good. It does not need to be big, just real, the light, and maybe let yourself feel it just for a moment. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on that bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.